Yeah, so yeah, this is Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, review. This is Kal Kat, the Kal Katser, and you're watching Into the Spider-Verse review. Stone Gremlin's already reviewed it, so we're late to the party for this one. We were ahead of the game when we did Fahrenheit 11.9, and they didn't do it yet for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But in this one, they were ahead of it. So they did it already. I will be doing Aquaman and then Bumblebee. Next week is double feature, so we'll see how that works. But yes, reviews, not the movie. Yeah, and in the Spider-Verse movie, my name is in the credits. Editor, consultant. There's a guy that has a similar last name to me, another Adam Brown. So yeah. Also the song at the end, the Jingle Bells Spider-Man song, is totally a Kal Kat song, which is cool. Yeah. So there's a lot of spoilery things, save for the end Spider-Man Jingle Bell song, and the "I'm pointing at you" thing, which is the very very end credits. And yes, Stan Lee has a cameo. The late Stan Lee, he passed away a couple of weeks ago. The late Stan Lee. Yep, and I met Stan Lee only briefly at the convention, the Comic-Con last year, the San Jose one, when they were ushering him out in a wheelchair, and they're clear the way. They're bringing Stan Lee out of there because he'd been in the line the whole time and looked exhausted, and he just waved. So I did get to wave at him. I didn't get his autograph. Someone else did. So anyway, so yeah, his cameos and everything. But yeah, he recorded a bunch of his cameos, and he's got one of his. This is the Miles Morales Spider-Man. That's what this movie is. It's the Spider-Verse comic books, done as a movie. As Stone Gremlin, Doug Jones already pointed out. Yeah, Brad Jones. That parts of it, it's so kinetic, and parts of it are like so comic booky and flashy on the screen that it looks blurry in parts or 3Dized in parts, and it isn't. Yeah, it is. They're except for it being the story being cool and it being very stylized and hyper. It is actually hard to look at it in parts. And although I don't have epilepsy or anything, there was a warning that said if you have epilepsy or flashy things, disability, don't watch this. They addressed that kind of thing in that movie. Flashing bits of the movie in that Ben Affleck film, the Accountant. Saying like the autistic guy that was in that, allegedly autistic guy that was in that. I don't think that character was actually autistic, but that guy would shine lights at himself and like see sensitivity and stuff to desensitize himself. That wouldn't work, actually. But yeah, this movie has flashy lights and spades, and it doesn't do anything. Also, Ben Affleck's character in that movie wasn't autistic. I think he was actually borderline personality, not autistic, and OCD, which is completely different. That would be he's not autistic. He's something else. Yeah. But in this movie, nobody was autistic that I know of. Maybe the kid, I don't know. But maybe the alternate Peter Parker. I don't know. But yeah, it's a Miles Morales one. The Kingpin is the main bad guy, and he kills this universe. Spoilers. It's in the trailer. He kills the Peter Parker of one timeline in a time device that's going off, and Miles Morales is messing around down in the subways because him and his uncle like to tag things underneath the subway, which is illegal. With spray paint, and he watches the Spider-Man die, and then Spider-Man dies. So it's like the death of Spider-Man thing. I think they did that in the comics too. Yeah, they've done that at least once. So it's like that, but it is like a comic book. It has zap, pow, and bang, and word balloons and thought balloons. It's like watching a motion comic done as a movie, which is extraordinarily awesome. Marvel, Sony, Columbia movie. Yeah, I'll put it in there in the category of best animated this year because sure, why not? It's different and unique. It's on a par with Incredibles 2 and the other ones. Of course, Black Panther is likely to win, and the others, but because it was awesome. But yes, but this one for a fantasy superhero cartoon movie hits all the right buttons, does all the right things. The another Peter Parker from another timeline comes out. There's a Gwen Stacy Spider-Man. She comes out, Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, and they're together doing their thing. Yeah. So, yeah. So before I address that, How to Tame Your Dragon 2 showed their preview again. They have the white dragon shows up and the black dragon's there. And it's curious that we have products here. We have Morales and Spider-Gwen. Yeah, so Spider-Gwen. Yeah, so it's not product placement. I bought them myself, and I'm not actually saying buy them at the toy store or anything. It's just that I bought them. They're a haul from. I'll get a Bumblebee at the Bumblebee thing, and maybe an Aquaman at the Aquaman thing. So yeah. So sure. Yeah. It's very cool. So yeah, I'm not. It's not like a Nerd Crew, which is a parody of. It's more like Nerd Crew than the actual crew that Nerd Crew's spoofing. In that, yeah, they're seriously not being endorsed by a studio. Certainly not Sony. It would be Marvel, if anything. If it was Disney, it's not really. Yeah, the cat. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah. So the spider people from different universes team up to try and stop Kingpin from reactivating the particle accelerator transport machine thing that supposedly goes to other dimensions. So it's a bit like the Ninja Turtles Turtles Forever movie, which was a TV movie that came out a couple of years ago and teamed up all the different turtles from different timelines. It's a bit like that. It has some similar elements to the trans tech things, with the main bad guys being all snarky and New York or Chicago sounding. It has Nicolas Cage as the '30s Spider-Man, which is funny. But yeah, so the new people are new though. Sure they are. But yeah, it's like a big motion comic book, and yeah, so I wasn't bothered by the lights and things. Probably took my glasses off through most of it, because then it would blur the lines a little bit, make it easier to see. But yeah, so that's the one drawback to an otherwise excellent movie is it is hard to watch in parts. When it gets too hyper, it's hard to follow what's going on. This was in the not an IMAX screen, but an HD screen. It was like it was going 3D, and it wasn't really supposed to. But yeah, the characters are hilarious. There's a Peter Parker. There's a Penny Parker, the Japanese version, the spider bot and everything, spider robot car and all that. There's some hilarious gags in there. Yeah, that song was like nice. Yeah. But yeah, there were even a good rap song at the end that was in the end credits that, unlike the rap song in Venom, actually fit in this movie, because the characters actually were like from a community that would listen to hip hop. He would think they would. Same as Morales. Why wouldn't he listen to hip hop? I don't know. But yeah. So, and Gwen Stacy would too. So. Yeah, it just didn't fit in Venom, because Venom was different. The cat is just coming up everywhere. Cat, you, cat. Anyway, so that's my, I guess, my review. It's fine. It's yeah, go see it. Spider-Man movie. Yeah, it's Into the Spider-Verse, and yeah, so Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, it's cool. I don't want to give it away. It just came out. Anyway, so the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse review.